Okay, hello. Um, Radioactive here, and today we are going to be talking about something pretty big. And that thing is animation memes. These things seem to have taken up almost all of the animation community. And in all honesty, it's kind of saddening. I mean, I remember when I had first gotten my computer and I had first started getting into the internet, and I was blown away by the fascinating animations that YouTube had to offer for me. And those animations back then, yeah, most of the time the art wasn't phenomenal. I'm gonna be honest. Back then, a lot of popular artists were not as experienced as they are now. And as a result, it wasn't as polished or nice to look at, but the ideas were always original and amazing. And that's what made them inspirational and great. Yeah, animation memes still did exist, but they were to a point where they weren't basically the entire foundation of the animation community. They were something you did every once in a while to blow off steam if you couldn't come up with anything. And you didn't do them that often. But now, it just seems like something everybody does because nobody wants to come up with original ideas. And everyone just sort of wants to just become famous quickly. And an easy way to do that is through animation memes. It's sad to say. I mean, yeah, some people will take animation memes and give them an original twist. And that makes them great. Because that makes them, it makes them more individual. And I wouldn't have a problem with animation memes if everyone did that sort of individual twist to them. But the thing is, most people don't. And I mean, I've been guilty of doing this stuff myself. I've done a lot of animation memes in the past, because, well, I don't come up with anything original. And I don't think that necessarily animation memes are a bad thing, but I think that you should, after a while, try to come up with something original, instead of just going in a pattern of doing this stuff over and over again. And, I mean, I just think that that's how it should be. But I do understand, maybe having them as the first thing you kind of put on YouTube, having, your first video be an animation meme. Because, they're quick, easy to look at, and give a quick view of your skill. And I mean, that's the reason I actually did an animation meme for the first thing on my channel, back whenever I did animate, was so that way I could show my skill off a bit more so I would be accepted into more maps. And I think that that's completely fine. Especially since sometimes coming up with your own original idea is hard, and you're not sure really where to go with it. But I do think that when you start using them so often, it's just a way to keep becoming popular in the community, instead of coming up with sort of your own original content. It's just lazy and kind of horrible. I mean, a lot of the work now is a lot more clean, a lot more polished, and a lot more well animated. But it's just the content that it represents. The fact that it just gets less and less individual as it gets recreated more and more. Nobody is trying to do their original thing, they're all trying to copy off someone else's success. And I don't think it's a bad thing in certain circumstances, but I do think it's a bad thing in a lot of the circumstances that we are using it today. And if you do animation memes now, I'm not certainly trying to degrade you and all for what you do, especially if you just like to do it, but do try to come up with your own original content a bit more. I mean, I know that you might not consider it, but somewhere out there's probably a new aspiring artist who's new to all of this, who's just browsing through YouTube, and they're gonna see your work. And you want to inspire them, don't you? Inspire them to be original and unique, and put their ideas out there. You want to inspire them to do that. And so, that's why I think no matter what you're putting on YouTube, try to be you while doing it. Because you don't know who's going to come upon it. You don't know who you're going to end up inspiring to do your own piece of work. And so, that's why I think you should always give everything that you do and put on, you should give all of yourself in it. That's why I don't script my videos. I just sort of freehand talk to the audience, like one-on-one, you know, as if we're just having a conversation in real life. I don't plan it. I plan the idea. I plan to talk about animation memes, but I don't plan what I'm gonna say, because I want to be myself in the video. And I think one thing that I would do now, if I was doing animations, is I would start doing more things that I would want to do. More things individual. And I would start trying to be more creative. Because sometimes you need to exercise your mind like that. You know, and if you need a little help, pick a song. And just start putting forward you. Instead of just a copied rerun of something everybody else is doing. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on this. You don't necessarily have to agree with me, but I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I sound a little weird. My nose is kind of stuffed up today. But I do hope that you enjoy this and that you have a good day.